Hey everybody, in this video today I'm going to be showing you how little Tevo tornadoes can print and testing their absolute limit on tiny prints. So let's cue the time lapses. Okay, so here is our first print, and now this is just a normal sized root. This was done in the Xylotech wood-filled PLA hollow, and it turned out pretty good. So this was just a standpoint of what a normal sized one would be, and that's pretty great. Now let's use my calipers here, and I'll tell you what the dimensions of the Z are. And it's a little bit too big for my calipers, but in this way, I'll just do inches, because the majority of my people that view my videos would be in the United States, so inches is the easiest thing to do. So this part's thickness is 2.73 inches, so about 2 inches is a good thing to do. This is about, oh, I don't know, that's a little over 3 inches for the height of this object. So now let's move on to the mini Groot, which is very mini, but this is full infill, and I think it was at 0.6 millimeter layer height or something like that. So, and it turned out surprisingly well, actually. This is before I added my smoothers, which I added after my tornado video that I posted. And this one, let's just see what this is. So the last one's a little over 3 inches tall, and at the tallest point on this, it's just a little bit over 1 inch, and then the thick, it is, I was going the wrong way there. Thick, it's not even 1 inch thick. So yeah, it's a really small model. It's pretty cool, but it's not the smallest thing that this machine can print. Now let's move on to the next pair. Okay, so this is already a fairly small model anyway. These are the link chains that print out, as you saw. They printed out just like this, and it was pretty interesting because this is a moving part, and I was curious, at 0.6 millimeter layer height, how tiny could I go? Now let's measure the thickness in inches of this actual chain length, which is 0.12 inches, which is very, very tiny. I would guess that you can tell that that's tiny, but look at this. This is probably by far the world's smallest linking chains that have ever been 3D printed out. And this is all done in wood-filled, by the way, so also not a very easy material to extrude. and that's 0.04 inches thick. So I don't even think that's an inch long when it's fully extended. It's about an inch, and then this one is about fully extended. Is probably about 2. Actually, no, it's about 3. Huh, that's pretty interesting. I thought it would be about 2, but yep, these are moving chains. They're printed out very, very tiny, and probably can barely get that into focus, but it did work, and it was a very, very fast print. This one was like 5 minutes or something, and this one was like 1 minute probably. I think that's what it was. Very, very short time lapse also. So now let's move on to the next set of objects. So as you can see right here, I have the Easter Island head, which this is already a fairly small model. I just did this one not super big. This was at 0.1 millimeter layer height. Very, very tiny already, and very, very high quality done on the Tornado. And it's already a pretty small model anyway. I just didn't make it huge or anything. So that's about 1.2 inches, which isn't huge or anything. That's pretty tiny still. And then 0.93 millimeters, or not millimeters, inches. Sorry, I'm so used to doing measurements with millimeters in 3D printing. So this Groot is almost exactly the same size as this model. So pretty interesting. Now we saw how big this one was. Now look at this. Okay, this is hard to like even wrap my head around. Still, my nozzle, which isn't even a real E3D hot end, could print something like this. And that was at 0.6 millimeter layer height. And this one is also done in the wood filled. Not even an inch tall. And its thickness 0.36 of an inch. So, I mean, this is a very, very, very small model. And I don't know. It's really tiny. And it's going to be really easy to lose. So, let's move on to the pan of all of the objects in a row, because these are all I had to show you of tiny prints. Well, I hope you liked that. I thought it was pretty cool. They're very, very small. Probably couldn't go too much smaller without being able to really even see the model anymore. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me more stuff you want to see in this series, and go check out my Patreon page where you can help support my channel and help me get the materials I need to actually keep producing this content. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye, guys.